Have you ever tried to change a placeholder in your Angular material input only to find it stubbornly sticking to the old text? It can be really frustrating, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to tackle how to dynamically change the placeholder text in Angular 2 material inputs. I totally get it. You might have already logged the updated string in the console, but the interface just won't budge. You're not alone in this. Many developers face this issue when working with Angular material. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, "How can I get the interface to recognize the change in the input placeholder dynamically?" They mentioned that even though the console shows the updated placeholder, the input field itself does not reflect this change. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together and find a solution. So what could be causing this? In Angular, the view may not update automatically if the change detection isn't triggered. This can happen when you're directly manipulating the DOM instead of using Angular's built-in mechanisms. We'll break it down step by step so you can understand how to fix it. And don't go anywhere. I've got a pro tip at the end that will help you manage dynamic placeholders like a pro. To dynamically change the placeholder text in an Angular material input, the user should first ensure that they are using Angular's two-way data binding. This allows the input to reflect changes in the component's state. Next, the user should define a variable in their component that will hold the placeholder text. This variable will be updated whenever the user wants to change the placeholder. Now, the user can create a method to update the placeholder text dynamically. This method can be triggered by an event, such as a button click or a selection change. Finally, the user should call this method whenever they want to change the placeholder. For example, they can bind it to a button click in the template. Fun fact, did you know that Angular was developed by Google? It's a powerful framework that helps developers build dynamic web applications, but even the best tools can have their quirks. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user involves dynamically changing the placeholder using Angular's binding feature. They suggest using the placeholder attribute in your HTML like this: placeholder equals is placeholder show error with your form control name. Let's move forward and look at another answer. Another user suggests an alternative approach using Angular's attribute binding. In your HTML, you can set the placeholder dynamically by using square brackets around the attribute. This allows Angular to recognize changes automatically. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always prefer Angular's data binding over direct DOM manipulation. This will save you a lot of headaches and ensure your UI stays in sync with your data. And there you have it. You should now be able to change your Angular material input placeholder dynamically without any issues. Remember, using Angular's built-in features is key to a smooth development experience. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips. And don't miss our bonus pro tip on mastering Angular.